Today, I'm gonna try and platinum Assassin's Creed Shadows in the hardest way possible by setting 3 painfully brutal challenges for myself on top of having to earn every trophy completely blind with nothing to guide me. And if I succeed, I'll be sending out 10 copies of the game to some of you. More on that later in the video. Because before we get started, I wanted to shout out Ubisoft for sponsoring the video today and hooking me up with a code. I had an absolute blast playing this game and you'll see why very soon. Assassin's Creed Shadows has 55 trophies, which include beating the story, exploring its massive open world, very specific combat related trophies, and everything in between. With the 3 challenges for today's video requiring me to beat it on its brutally hard expert difficulty without using any allies for support in 7 days or less. The story here begins with Oda Nobunaga taking in Diogo, aka Yasuke, in as his new samurai, before quickly thrusting us into the action as Yasuke, together with the rest of Oda's forces, to wipe out almost all the shinobi in the Iga province, unlocking our first trophy, Adept Samurai, after performing our first execution, where we're then introduced to Naue, as she's given the hidden blade from her father and sent off to find a sacred box. But right as we got to it, Naue was knocked out and saved by her father, later waking up and going after the man who stole the box, before retrieving it and unlocking our next trophy in the process for performing our first assassination, before getting stopped by a group of mysterious masked figures. Ooh! Who's this?
It will be safe in Sakai.
Jin Sakai. There we go. There we go.
Books is not for you. That is correct. It is for me.
Bro, this is straight fucking Kill Bill. All right, you're dead, homie. You're not taking on all that. Oh my God. Ubisoft, what have you done? Oh no.
Your life's work is undone tonight.
Oh no, man.
No! Let them suffer. Let them die in pain.
Fine.
After the events of that night, Naue would wake up from a coma and realize she was saved by a random old man and a child named Junjiro, who then healed her back up to strength, later setting off on her journey to avenge her father and get the box back. Along the way, meeting back up with Tomiko, who would let us use her home as our new hideout, unlocking the trophy Soul Sanctum. From there, we went on to track the mysterious masked figures from that night, now known as the Shinbaku, where after using one of my scouts to find the first objective, I unlocked the trophy scouting mission. Our first target here was the Golden Topple, and required us to infiltrate a tea party where once there we quickly made her out. She then invited us to her place, not realizing who Naue actually was, which would prove to be a fatal mistake.
You are in the strongest position. I will trade anything for that.
Keep begging, a little bit
I
more.
want the box you took from me that night.
Well, it isn't here, but I can take you to it.
No, you'll tell me where it is.
I do that, you'll have no reason to let me live.
Exactly.
So you won't tell me where it is.
No.
Then you're of no use to me at all.
Oh, let's go! With Wakasa dead, our next target would be the Wounded, whose ear was sliced off earlier in the story by Naue's father. While in the process of finding his location, I would knock out a few more trophies here, including Unseen for stealth killing 5 enemies in a row, the Warrior Monk after meeting the very imposing Yaya, and Acrobatics for performing a leap of faith from a grappling hook swing. We later found the Wounded's location, and together with Yaya and a few others, stormed the castle he was hiding in before coming face to face with the killer himself.
Where is the box? You cut open my father.
It's what you and your kind deserve.
Ah! With 3 members of the Shinbaku down, we received a letter from one of Oda's inside men, Lord Akechi Mitsuhide. But after meeting him, he revealed Oda Nobunaga was actually the leader of the Shinbaku, offering his support and his army to storm his castle while we slip in through the back door to take him out. After a little bit of setup, we snuck in through a rice delivery and made our way directly to Oda, where the story would take a sharp left turn.
That impotent traitor! Yasuke, go to the gate. Hold it as long as you can. Run. Take the women and throwies. Set fires on your way out.
I don't know why he decided to be by himself. It's not a good idea. Oh, here we go. Oh. Eat some of this, brother. The whole building is burning around us? Such a vibe. Oh, God. Oh, God. Have this again. Let's go, baby! First try! Oh! No, no!
The blade. It is you. You cannot.
You took the box. You and the Shinbaku. Give it to me.
I know nothing of what you are saying. Whatever Mitsuhide told you, he has lied. He has betrayed me.
What?
I am trapped. I cannot rule after such a failure. Mitsuhide thinks he will rule. But the others will not follow. The fight for our country must continue. It is up to others now. My lord, no. You must not get my head. You understand? Please. Yasuke. It is over.
Damn. So yeah, turned out Mitsuhide was actually the leader of the Shinbaku, and to top that all off, we learned Junjiro went missing after returning to the hideout. So we went off to go find him, and at this point, I was almost 9 hours into the playthrough and was concerned I was never going to get to play as Yasuke, thinking his character had been cut from the game at one point. But I was wrong, and man, was the wait totally worth it. Let's go, baby!
One more step, stranger, and you die!
Cowards. Put your guns down.
I offer you the same choice.
Woo!
Shoot him!
Oh.
They won't work! It's too wet!
Oh, you're fucked. Let's go, baby, finally! Oh, I've been waiting for this for so long! Oh my god! Ooh. Let's go!
Fight for a traitor.
Oh, the power! I love it! Oh my god! Ooh. Yes! I've been waiting for this for so long! Dude, the music goes so hard, it's so tough, dude. From there, and after a little explaining, Yasuke and Naoe would team up to take down the rest of the Shinbaku and form a new league. Unlocking the trophy, a new league rises. And thanks to Yasuke's knowledge of local samurais through his work as Oda's retainer, we were able to track down new leads. But before doing that, I would knock out various activities throughout this massive open world, unlocking a few trophies along the way, including the Thief after meeting Ganojo, Master Samurai after parrying an oncoming projectile, and Mortal Reminder for completing an objective board after a very frustrating fight against every target at once. God! Bitch, the fuck out of here. Before finally locating our next Shinbaku member, the Fool. We would later meet Oda's sister, Lady Aochi, for some help, and would experience a flashback mission explaining how Yasuke trained to become a samurai, unlocking the trophy Good Form in the process for knocking out the first of many katas. But it was the next trophy here that gave me a good laugh when attempting a leap of faith as Yasuke.
Naoe will never let me hear the end of this.
That's funny. I picked up the main story from there again as we went after our next target, the Naginata, meeting with Shote, the man he was about to kill afterwards, until getting surrounded in the most rage-inducing fight up to this point. Like almost there, dude. I'm like 75% of the way. Hey, hey, no! Fuck! There we go. Finally, dude. With that finally done and Shotei agreeing to join our cause, we headed out to find his daughter, Katsuhime, to recruit her next. Unlocking the trophy, the sharpshooter. Following that, I knocked out a few more side activities, including a platforming challenge with Naue, where I unlocked the trophy hook, line, and swinger for staying airborne while swinging from tree to tree, and Kofu and Raider after exploring an underground cave with Yasuke. We then linked up with Shotei and his daughter for our all-out assault on Naginata's castle, later cornering him and poking him to death with my Naginata. Eat that shit, motherfucker. This thing is so overpowered, dude. Sadly, he didn't have the box we were looking for either, so we continued our search for members of the Shinbaku as I entered into day 2 of this 7-day platinum challenge. Our next target was the Mourner, who after doing a string of quests we discovered was someone very near and dear to Yasuke's heart. What? That's his girl, dude. Oh my god.
Explain yourself.
I wanted only to help the people of Omi.
By stealing from them?
A poor harvest. The people were starving. I borrowed from a moneylender. The moneylender invited me to a group. He said we could help the province.
Don't I get a say?
You do. But now, she was kind to me at Azuchi. Her brother made me a samurai. I owe her.
No.
Blood must be paid in blood, Yasuke. Lady Oichi must die.
We cannot build a world without mercy, or we are no better than those we overthrow.
I shouldn't have played on cannon mode.
What will you do now?
I will give you my brother's swords. Take them. Wield them well.
All right, I don't feel so bad now. With the Mourner quote-unquote done, we got to work on the next target right away, the Noble. And to track him down, we had to bring him out of hiding. To do this, we went to a nearby village and met their lord, who arranged for us to join their little haiku session later that night. Here, we met Yukita Naue, whose son was set to be the new lord here, until all of a sudden we were jumped by bandits. We then learned that Yukita's son was kidnapped, but later discovered after finding the kid that this was all a scam by Yukita himself, who was none other than the noble we were looking for.
He said he sent you away after Honnoji. I didn't expect to see you again at here.
I knew it!
So it is you. But why capture your own son during the Rengakai? He was almost killed.
I hid him to keep him safe until my business was completed. But you complicated things. I cannot have what I want as long as Hashiba Hideyoshi and Kuroda Kanbei both live. And you.
You will not succeed.
Goodbye now.
What a coward. Once his thugs were taken care of, we chased after him to his nearby castle and took him out. And I was now down to the last 5 members of the Shinbaku. I started with the Ox, who was something of a cult leader that recruited his army through fear and promises of glory. But we had to be smart about it as he had the biggest army yet. So we stole his battle plans and took out both his lieutenant and Suno, which left him vulnerable for our attack. Wish you would show it. I don't see why the cutoff. This game is gory as shit. Next up was the Wise, which put us in the center of 2 warring factions trying to make peace. But every step along the way, they were sabotaged by the man we were actually trying to hunt down. On the way to figure out what exactly was going on, we met probably the most interesting and mysterious character in the game, Kojiro, who was someone who would constantly disappear and reappear out of thin air when we needed help the most. We then went on to meet the daimyo, Junkie, along with his caretaker/advisor, Jokin Hakyo, as they explained to us what was going on. Later going on to meet Akiyama and get her side of the story. Eventually, everything led to a sit-down where both sides would negotiate the terms of an everlasting peace, until that was sabotaged too, as we found out who the Wise actually was.
My friend. Different motives, same ends.
What ends would those be?
You're about to find out.
You bring me here to have me killed?
If I wanted you dead, you would be.
Not another step. Lord Nobunaga made a rare mistake in giving Yamato to you.
Yasuke is right. The traitor Junke has deceived us all.
It's you, bro.
Fool, quick, show your blade at the monk. There's a method to my tricks.
Yeah. The Wise. Found ya. Out of here. Good night. With the Wise down and out, we moved on to day 3 of the 7-day challenge, and things were looking up, with just 3 targets now to take out, on top of Yasuke and Naoe's personal story threads. But if you know me by now, you know I completely underestimated just how much I had left to go, because I wasn't even thinking about everything left to do beyond the story. Continuing on though, we helped a local samurai and saved him from a bunch of bandits, afterwards reuniting with someone from Naoe's old clan, Hanzo, who warned us not to continue on this path, as this was the same pursuit that led her mom to an untimely death many years ago. She of course refuses to do that, and Hanzo advises her to check out a specific spot to learn the truth about her mother. We headed straight there and found out that Naoe's mom was actually part of the Brotherhood of Assassins, later finding the iconic armor that should be familiar to any fans of the series. From there, I started chipping away at a ton of miscellaneous trophies, including sometimes for performing a landing roll after unlocking the skill, Adventurer for shooting an enemy in the knee with an arrow, classic, Everybody Benefits for adopting a pet, Against Wood and Stone for fully upgrading a building in the hideout, Make It Personal for engraving my first weapon, and Over Design for performing a finisher on an enemy that was both poisoned and dazed, before picking up the main story again and going after our next target, the Fox, who we found out from his former instructor was a local musician, which made our job a lot easier, and after a few more missions, we made quick work of him, unlocking the trophy and Oath Fulfilled for wrapping up Act 2. It was now time to take down the leader himself, Mitsuhide, but first I had to level up considerably as I was not high enough level yet at this point to take him on. So I knocked out a bunch of open world activities and side missions, which in result got me a ton of trophies, including Pathfinder for visiting every province, Master Shinobi for killing an enemy through a shoji door, Giant Slayer for assassinating a powerful guardian in one go, Limitless for finding each type of legendary gear, Reading is Fundamental for escaping conflict using a breathing reed underwater, Chase the Morning for hanging up a sumi at the hideout, Just Your Shadow for distracting the same enemy 3 times with shinobi bells. This is Japan actually for this. Give me that. Give me that. Let's go! This is Japan, actually. Oh my god, I found the perfect moment for that. Unstoppable for using Samurai Stand before finishing off an enemy. Build Your League for recruiting our first ally, but again, don't worry, I won't be actually using them in this playthrough because of the challenge. And Final Hearing for seething my weapon after an enemy died from bleed. It was now time to take down that traitor once and for all. So we met up with Lord Hideyoshi to lend our support, as he was already planning to storm the castle himself with his massive army. He agreed, and that night, the plan was set into motion.
Akechi Mitsuhide has betrayed our master, Lord Nobunaga. Now, he expects us to serve him. Today is the day of our vengeance. Spill it!
Time for war. Gladly.
I should have killed you in Homoji.
You're dead, man.
Deal with this.
Yeah, you run away. Run away fast as you. Come here, you coward. You don't get to run away from this. That's something for you, chaps. Keep defending. I'll just give you some of that. Keep defending, bro. It's all good. Defend this. Oh! Damn, no way! Oh my god! We just had one target left to go, who we just learned was the former Shogun. So we hunted him down, which didn't take long as he was already waiting for us.
You have won. The treasure.
I promised my father I would return what was stolen from us. I always keep my word. Let's go.
Wow, she's actually gonna let him live.
Not yet. I did not promise him anything.
Oh,
You
Yasuke!
killed my daimyo and betrayed our emperor.
I suspect you have been looking for the Templar Order for some time, Samurai.
Huh?
Yeah,
He's
what
a
do you know?
Templar?
They
And
have
she's
been
an
seen
assassin?
near Port Obama, where Duarte de Mello. It is in everyone's interest that you find them before they find us, Samurai.
You were afraid of them.
Terrified.
Thought we would let him live. All that was left to do for the story now was to complete Yasuke's and Naoe's personal journeys. But before I got started on that, I went on to do some more exploring and chase a few more trophies, including front of the pack for upgrading an ally, better than a bucket for equipping legendary gear in all slots, made you look for looking behind the waterfall at the hideout for a treasure that didn't exist, Thanks, Ubisoft. Happy place for finding the highest point of the map, which was like a needle in the haystack for me. And finally, test your might for defeating the last enemy of the tournament, which was a cakewalk for me at this point. With all that done, I started on Yasuke's personal journey, which had us hunt down the Portuguese Templars that wronged him, beginning with Duarte de Mello.
Where is Nuno Caro?
You abandoned my work at the cove. Have you come to kill me?
You remember my face, but today you will remember my name. I will make you feel the pain of those you have touched.
Damn, Yasuke! That was light work.
You are no one. A sad, nameless nothing who thinks they stand for something. You are simple, boring, predictable, dull. Just like her.
Who is her? Damn, Yasuke's really affected,
like
bro.
you.
My name is Yasuke.
Let's go, baby! Now that Duarte was out of the picture, we weren't done just yet, and now had to track down the captain, Nuno Caro, where after finding him, we discovered why Yasuke was so hell-bent on revenge.
You will answer for what you did.
You speak as if we know each other personally.
We do.
Oh, that's his mother.
Snookaru!
We saw nothing. We saw nothing.
Who is that? Is that Naoe's mom? Oh!
Everything you see here is mine.
Put 100, 1,000 men between us, Caro. There is no difference. You are welcome to watch them all die.
Bitch. Alright, where's this coward at? Here we go. Alright, bitch. Oh! He's not dead yet.
Goodbye, Diogo.
Let's go!
My name is Yasuke.
Goddamn right it is. You're goddamn right it is. Picking up Naoe's journey from there, we met up with Hanzo, who revealed to us that her mother was still alive and that he used to love her, before revealing an even more shocking truth that would change everything.
I thought I could conquer her heart, impress her with my exploits. I left again, my rage consuming me. This was supposed to be my place. She should have loved me. I did. The unthinkable. I heard of a mysterious group offering riches for the regalia.
You sold Ashikaga Yoshiaki their location.
I also watched your father mourn. Watched him rage and love you. But I will not die before I know Tsuyu's fate.
Keep my parents' names out of your demon mouth!
Okay, Will Smith.
Vengeance is a whirlpool. We've both been caught in its spiral, so I'll forgive you. Prove to me you're my ally. Return to Kakushibaiki, and together, we will find my mother.
With the story complete and now on day 4 of the 7-day challenge, I still had my work cut out for me. I had 12 trophies left to go, with a few of them being a complete mystery to me at the time. So I figured I would just work on completing everything the game had to offer, from every activity to every side quest to defogging the entire massive map and finding every secret that I possibly could. Doing all this resulted in a massive grind that ate up all the time I had left in this challenge. Unlocking the trophies, the Toxin Master for meeting our next ally Oniyuri, the Eager Assassin for finding and recruiting Yagoro, the Ronin for meeting Ibuki, which you kindly for completing at least one contract in each province, a rare occurrence for finding all 5 legendary animals, which was literally like finding a needle in a haystack, as they all spawned in different locations, different seasons, and at different times of day. Speaking of needles in a haystack, the next one wasn't much easier, as it required me to find all the Kujikiri spread throughout the map, which was completely massive. But after almost 2 whole days of doing every single activity and a lot of defogging, I finally got the trophy Zen Master, along with the trophies Collector for completing a collection set and Soldier Cell for fully upgrading my rations. Following that, I grinded out all the side missions left in the game, which unlocked all the perks I needed to fill out every skill tree, unlocking the trophies Art of Kenjutsu for maxing out Yasuke's Samurai skill tree, Art of Ninjutsu for maxing out Naoi's Shinobi skill tree, and finally, in case of trouble, for maxing out all tools and ammunition, which means after 85 long hours, the platinum was mine. Assassin's Creed Shadows Platinum is a wrap, and we did it in under 7 days. Which means, yes, I'll be sending out 10 copies of the game to some of you guys. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I had an amazing time with Shadows, and I can't recommend it enough. And I'm not just saying that because this video is sponsored, I genuinely mean it, as this felt like a return to form for the franchise. So if you want to check it out for yourself, be sure to click the link in my description. I'll catch you guys on the next one.